Never give up. Really? Look, every so often on these videos, you'll see me go off on a rant about some kind of saying or sentiment that people bandy around as if it was some kind of gospel truth. I tend to launch an attack on these popular sayings or sentiments. Why? Because these are often repeated without any real thought or understanding of their implications. They're virtually empty phrases. They're often used in lieu of actually saying anything at all. Never give up is one of these. Giving up is sometimes the most appropriate response in a given set of circumstances. Unless you're absolutely convinced that bashing your head against that wall will eventually knock that wall down rather than turn your head into pulp. Sometimes what we're trying to do is not a good idea. Sometimes we're not very good at what we're trying to achieve. Sometimes the cost of continuing is far greater than the benefits that might accrue from success. Never give up is the cry of the gambling addict. It's always possible that the next press of that button, or whatever it is you do on those infernal machines, will be the winning press. If I stop now, I'll be tormented for the rest of my life. Just one more press and I might win millions. Just one more bash of my head and the wall might come tumbling down. The next publisher could be the one. This particular one, this publisher thing, has at times hit particularly hard with me. On social media, you often hear of someone who's now a famous author who had to submit their books to X many publishers before their book was finally taken up. First of all, it's often not that many publishers that they've had to submit to compared with the number some have tried. Secondly, though, and far, far more importantly, you never hear about the thousands of would-be authors who submitted their books time and time again, never to have them accepted. The ones you hear about are the exceptions, the ones who made it. Sure, some people have made it. Sure, some people win that jackpot on the next push of the button. But maybe sometimes the fact that so many people reject your book should be taken as a sign that it really isn't quite as good as you thought it was. Maybe, just maybe, the publishers are right. Maybe not giving up in this case means writing another book or taking up crochet. Even those who have succeeded after never giving up, and who knows, they might have been just one bash short of giving up, maybe they would have been better off giving up. Maybe J.K. Rowling might have written something better if she'd not expended so much energy on promoting Harry, what's-his-name. Or maybe she would have written nothing, become a Nobel Prize-winning physicist and invented time travel. If we do decide to give up, if we decide to make a strategic retreat and cut our losses, there'll always be that nagging doubt that we might have succeeded just if. Those few who appear to have persisted and ultimately succeeded, and we never hear, of course, of those who died still trying, they will always be there to urge you on. Give up, and there will always be that nagging doubt. Deal with it. Finally, don't let the never give uppers convince you that to give up is to fail. It's actually a very profound and courageous form of success. To give up is to realise that I'm not, after all, particularly well suited to that particular pursuit. I'm not, after all, quite cut out to break the 1,500 metres freestyle record. I'm probably not going to invent that time machine. Maybe I'm not quite as good a writer as I thought I was. Giving up sets you free to follow other pursuits, to find the thing you really are good at. And maybe it gives you the freedom to live in the here and now rather than in the unrealised and somewhat nebulous and possibly unrealisable dream of the future.